Welcome to the Coins Information HD channel. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of British decimal coinage, with a spotlight on one particular piece of history, the 1971 Queen Elizabeth II half-new penny coin. This humble little coin, often overlooked and dismissed as common, actually holds a powerful story that connects the past to the present, and serves as a symbolic cornerstone of the United Kingdom's transition into the modern decimal age. Whether you're a passionate numismatist, a casual collector, or just curious about the story behind those copper coins rattling around in old drawers and change jars, sit back and enjoy this comprehensive exploration of the 1971 half-new penny coin. We'll walk through its origins, design, historical significance, mintage, myths, and current market value as of 2025. Let's begin. To truly understand the significance of the 1971 half-new penny, we must first go back to a turning point in British monetary history, the monumental transition to decimalisation. For centuries, the British currency system operated under a complex structure composed of pounds, shillings, and pence. 12 pence made a shilling, and 20 shillings made a pound, resulting in a currency system that was notoriously difficult to calculate and often confusing to the general public. By the mid-20th century, it became increasingly clear that the traditional monetary structure was no longer fit for a modern economy. The call for simplification grew louder, and eventually, the government made a historic decision. On the 15th of February, 1971, a day now famously known as Decimal Day, the United Kingdom officially switched to a decimal currency system. This reform redefined the structure of British money, establishing a base, 10 system where £1 was divided into 100 new pence. It was during this radical overhaul that the half-new penny was born. As the smallest denomination introduced into the new decimal system, this tiny bronze coin served as a bridge between the old and the new, a token of adaptation, modernization, and national change. The 1971 half-new penny was a product of careful design and national symbolism. The obverse of the coin features a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. This effigy, known as the second definitive portrait of the monarch, was designed by Arnold Machin. In this depiction, the Queen wears the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a royal heirloom often associated with her early reign. The portrait exudes grace, confidence, and the stability of the monarchy during a time of national transformation. Encircling the Queen's portrait is the inscription, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 1971, which translates from Latin to, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This traditional inscription has appeared on British coins for centuries, a reminder of the monarchy's enduring presence in the realm of public life and national identity. On the reverse, the coin features a bold and elegant design crafted by Christopher Ironside. It depicts the historic St. Edward's crown, a symbol of the British monarchy that dates back to the coronation of Edward the Confessor in the 11th century. Beneath the crown lies the fractional denomination, 1/2, and the words, New Penny, appear around the upper perimeter of the coin. The use of new was intentional, distinguishing decimal coins from their pre-decimal counterparts during the transition period. The half-new penny is small in stature, with a diameter of approximately 17 mm and a weight of 1.78 grams. It was composed entirely of bronze, giving it a rich reddish-brown hue when newly minted, which would eventually darken with age and circulation. Though diminutive in size, its symbolic value during the early 1970s was enormous. The production of the 1971 half-new penny was undertaken by the Royal Mint in preparation for Decimal Day. Given the massive scale of the transition to decimal coinage, the Royal Mint struck vast quantities of these coins to ensure a smooth national rollout. In fact, over 1.3 billion half-new pennies were minted for circulation in 1971 alone. This enormous mintage makes it one of the most common coins ever produced in the United Kingdom. Notably, the coin bears no mint mark, a standard practice for circulating British coinage of the period, as the Royal Mint in the United Kingdom was the exclusive producer of legal tender coins. While the high mintage contributed to the coin's ubiquity, it also played a significant role in diminishing its rarity and long-term numismatic value. Nevertheless, the 1971 issue remains the first and most iconic edition of the half-new penny series. Despite its historical significance, the 1971 half-new penny is not considered a rare coin by collectors or experts. Due to its enormous production and widespread distribution, most households across the UK had at least a few of these coins tucked away in drawers or piggy banks during the 1970s and 1980s. However, the half-new penny quickly began to fall out of favor. Its small size made it easy to lose and cumbersome to use in everyday transactions. Inflation also played a role in reducing its purchasing power, rendering it practically obsolete within a short period. In 1984, just 13 years after its introduction, the half-new penny was officially withdrawn from circulation and declared demonetized. From that point forward, it ceased to be legal tender, marking the end of its brief but eventful chapter in British monetary history. As with many old coins, the 1971 half-new penny has become the subject of various myths and exaggerated claims, particularly in online marketplaces and social media posts. Some sellers list this coin at inflated prices, suggesting it is rare or contains valuable minting errors. It is important to clarify that there are no verified or widely accepted error variants of the 1971 half-new penny that command significant value. Unlike other coins with known and documented minting anomalies, this coin was produced under strict quality controls at a time when the Royal Mint had significantly modernized its production facilities. Coins found with off-center strikes, double dies, or unusual features are typically the result of post-mint damage, wear, or environmental exposure, rather than authentic mint errors. Collectors are advised to exercise caution and perform thorough research before purchasing coins described as rare or valuable without supporting documentation. As of the year 2025, the market value of a 1971 half-new penny remains quite modest. Circulated examples are extremely common and are typically sold for a value ranging between a few pence to £1, depending on condition. In most cases, they are valued more for their sentimental or historical interest than for any significant monetary worth. Uncirculated specimens, particularly those in mint condition with no signs of wear or corrosion, may fetch slightly higher prices among collectors, generally ranging from £1 to £5. Coins that are part of original 1971 proof or mint sets may also carry a small premium, especially if accompanied by original packaging and certificates. It is worth noting that numismatic value is determined not only by age or historical significance but also by rarity, demand, condition, and provenance. Since the 1971 half-new penny lacks both rarity and high collector demand, its value remains low despite its status as the first of its kind. For collectors and enthusiasts, the 1971 half-new penny is best appreciated as a piece of historical memorabilia. It serves as a tangible link to a time of great change in the United Kingdom, a moment when centuries of tradition gave way to a modern monetary system. While it may not bring fortune, it certainly brings a sense of connection to the past. Its design, production, and usage tell a story of national adaptation, economic transformation, and the subtle ways in which currency reflects cultural identity. If you come across one of these coins in your collection, keep it. Not for its monetary value, but for its historical one. It's a coin that speaks to a pivotal moment in British history, and every collector should have at least one in their archive. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the 1971 Queen Elizabeth II half-new penny. If you enjoyed this detailed breakdown and want more content exploring the hidden histories behind everyday coins, please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, happy collecting, and remember, every coin has a story.